Think for a moment. Has this ever happened to you? You were thinking about something, and suddenly it appeared right in front of you. You thought about a friend, and then your phone rang. It was them. You needed something, and somehow it showed up at just the right time. A song was stuck in your head, and then it started playing on the radio. You probably called it a coincidence. But what if it wasn't a coincidence? What if there was a law behind it? A law that has always been working, and we simply didn't know about it? Rhonda Byrne wrote a book called The Secret, and this book shook the entire world. Millions of people have read it. Countless people have said, "This book changed my life." But what exactly is The Secret? It's not just about thinking positively. It's something more, something much deeper. And today we're going to understand it in the simplest way possible. This book says that there is one law that governs this universe, the greatest law of all. It's called the law of attraction. And this law says that whatever you think about, whatever you truly feel, is exactly what you attract into your life. What's inside your mind becomes the world around you. At first, that might sound impossible. How can simply thinking about something change your life? But before you decide that, let's understand one important idea. The book says that your mind works like a magnet. Every thought you have sends out energy, and that energy attracts things that are on the same frequency. Just as a piece of iron is pulled toward a magnet, your thoughts attract similar situations, people, and opportunities into your life. This isn't magic. It's a law, just like the law of gravity. It works for everyone, whether you believe in it or not. Think about it. On the days when you're genuinely happy, what usually happens? Everything seems to go your way. People seem friendlier. You catch green lights instead of red ones. Things work out. Little moments of joy keep appearing. And what happens on the days when you're stressed or frustrated? Everything seems to fall apart. One problem follows another. People seem annoying. Nothing goes the way you planned. The book says this isn't just a coincidence. It's the law of attraction. Your energy attracts people and circumstances that match the energy you're putting out. Now let's understand something even deeper. The book says that most of us are unknowingly attracting negative things into our lives. How? Through our thoughts. When you say, "I never have enough money," you're attracting more lack. When you say, "I'm just unlucky," you're attracting more bad luck. When you say, "I'll never succeed," you're attracting failure. According to the book, the universe is like a perfectly obedient genie. It gives you whatever you ask for. But you don't place your order with words. You place it with your thoughts. You place it with your feelings. Whatever you think about over and over again becomes your order, and the universe delivers exactly that. That's why the book says, change your thoughts, change your feelings, and your life will begin to change. Now let's talk about the 3 steps that The Secret teaches. The first step is ask. The book says that before anything else, you need to be absolutely clear about what you want. Crystal clear, very specific. Saying, "I just want to be happy," isn't specific enough. Saying, "I want to own my own home within the next 3 years," is specific. Saying, "I want a good job," isn't enough. Saying, "I want a career in a field I truly enjoy that also provides me with a great income," is specific. The book says that the universe doesn't respond well to confusion. If you don't even know exactly what you want, how can the universe know? Take some time. Sit quietly. Ask yourself one simple question. If absolutely anything were possible, what would I truly want? Forget about money. Forget about what other people think. Just ask yourself, what do I really want? Then write it down, clearly, specifically. That's your first step. The second step is believe. This is the most important step, and also the hardest one. The book says that asking isn't enough. You must truly believe that what you asked for is already on its way to you, completely, without any doubt. Think about it. When you order food at a restaurant, do you keep walking into the kitchen every few minutes to check whether your meal is ready? Of course not. You simply place your order and wait. You fully expect that your food is coming. The book says the universe requires that same level of trust. Once you've asked for something, prepare yourself as though it's already on its way. Live as if it's already yours. The book also teaches a powerful technique called visualization. Close your eyes and imagine the scene as though it has already happened. If you want your dream job, imagine yourself working there. What are you wearing? Where are you sitting? How does it feel? Make that feeling as real as you possibly can. The book says that when you genuinely feel as though your desire has already come true, your energy begins to align with that reality, and that's when the law of attraction begins to work. The third step is receive. The book says that after you've asked and after you've believed, stay open, be ready, because what you've asked for will come. But it may not arrive in the way you expected. Maybe you'll meet someone unexpectedly. Maybe a new opportunity will appear. Maybe a new idea will suddenly come to you. The book says, don't ignore these moments. These are your answers. Accept what the universe is offering you and be grateful. And that brings us to one of the most important ideas in the book, gratitude. The book says that gratitude is the most powerful tool in the law of attraction. When you're grateful for what you already have, you attract even more good things into your life. But when you constantly complain about what you don't have, you attract even more lack. Think about it. There are two people. The first person wakes up every morning thinking, here we go again. The same job, the same problems. Nothing good ever happens in my life. The second person wakes up every morning thinking, I'm grateful for another day. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. The book says these two people are sending out completely different energy, and the universe responds differently to each one. The first attracts more reasons to complain. The second attracts more reasons to be happy. The book suggests a simple practice. Every night before you go to bed, think of 5 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Even the smallest things count. I had food to eat today. Thank you. Someone smiled at me today. Thank you. I finished part of my work today. Thank you. This simple habit of gratitude slowly begins to change the way you think, and eventually it changes your entire life. Now let me tell you a real story. Rhonda Byrne wrote this book during one of the most difficult times in her life. Her world was falling apart. Her father had passed away. Her relationships were breaking down. She had no work. Then one day, her daughter gave her an old book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. As Rhonda read it, she realized something incredible. Everything written in that book had existed for a very long time. It wasn't a new discovery. It was an ancient secret. That realization inspired her to search through the writings of great thinkers and old books. And what she discovered eventually became the secret. The book says this secret has always existed. Every truly successful person understood it. It simply wasn't talked about openly. Today we have the opportunity to understand it ourselves. Now let's answer a question that many people ask. Can you really get everything you want just by thinking about it? Don't you have to take action? The book says that action is absolutely necessary, but it should be inspired action, not forced action. When your thoughts and feelings are aligned in the right direction, the right actions begin to come naturally. A new idea appears. An opportunity presents itself. A path becomes clear, and you follow it. The book says there's a huge difference between inspired action and desperate action. A person who acts out of fear constantly feels exhausted. A person who acts with faith feels energized. Now let's talk about some practical ideas from The Secret that can be applied in everyday life. The first is your relationship with money. The book says that most people have an unhealthy relationship with money. They believe money is hard to earn. They think money is bad. They believe wealthy people are bad. They convince themselves that making money is difficult. And when those beliefs exist, the law of attraction responds accordingly. Money stays away. The book encourages you to develop positive thoughts about money. Don't think of money as something bad. Instead, believe that money is available to you. Believe that money can come into your life. Believe that money can help you live a better life. As those beliefs begin to change, the opportunities connected to money gradually begin to change as well. The second area is relationships. The book says that the way you see yourself determines how other people see you. If you don't believe you're worthy, other people won't fully value you either. But when you respect yourself, love yourself, and believe that you are worthy, other people naturally begin to treat you that way too. The law of attraction also teaches something very simple about relationships. Become what you want to receive. If you want love, give love. If you want respect, show respect. If you want kindness, practice kindness. Whatever you send out into the world is what eventually comes back to you. The third area is health. The book says that your thoughts have a powerful influence on your health as well. People who constantly focus on illness often experience more illness. People who feel grateful for their health and see themselves as strong and healthy tend to enjoy better well-being. The book encourages you to think positively about your body. Appreciate it, thank it, and it will support you in return. Now let's talk about something profound that many people completely overlook. The book says that the greatest secret isn't what you ask for. The greatest secret is how you feel. Your feelings are the most powerful signal you send. More powerful than your words. Even more powerful than your thoughts. When you genuinely feel as though your desire has already come true, that's when the law of attraction works at its strongest. This is the part that most people don't understand. They think, I'll be happy when I finally get what I want. But the book says the opposite. Be happy first. Experience that feeling before it happens. And then watch how life begins creating circumstances that make that happiness a reality. Now here's a practical exercise you can start today. The book recommends creating a vision board. Put pictures of the things you want on a board. That house, that car, that dream job, that place you've always wanted to visit. Then look at that board every single day. But don't just look at it. Feel it. Feel as though everything on that board is already yours. The book says this exercise trains your mind to focus on that direction. And little by little, that direction begins to become your reality. Here's another simple practice. Every morning, spend 5 quiet minutes thinking about what you truly want. Picture it clearly, and feel as though it has already happened. Those 5 minutes set the emotional energy for your entire day. Now let's be honest. The Secret is an incredibly hopeful book, but many people make one mistake after reading it. They believe that all they have to do is think positively and everything will magically appear. They don't believe they need to do anything else, but that's not what the book teaches. The book says, think, feel, and then follow the inspiration that comes to you. Take action, but let that action come from hope, not fear. Work hard, but let your effort come from faith, not desperation. A person who works from fear eventually becomes exhausted. A person who works from faith becomes energized. That's the difference. Now for one final thought, the most important one of all. The book says that everything in your life, whether good or bad, has been attracted by your own thoughts. Hearing that may be painful. But hidden inside that idea is an incredible message of hope. Because if your thoughts created the life you have today, then new thoughts can create the life you want tomorrow. You've always had that power. You just didn't know it. Now you do. The book says that the greatest creation of your life is you. Your thoughts have brought you to where you are today, and your new thoughts can take you where you truly want to go. It only takes one step. Starting today. Starting right now. Tomorrow morning, do one simple thing. Think about one thing you truly want. Then feel it, as though it has already happened. That's all. And watch how life responds. If this video touched something deep inside you, give it a like. Let it be a signal that you're serious about creating a better life. Subscribe to Cairo Zen, because every week we explore books that don't just give you information, they change the way you think. And let me know in the comments, what's the one thing you want most in your life? Write it down, because the moment you write it, you begin to ask. And the moment you begin to ask, the law of attraction begins to work. Remember, what you think and what you feel become the life you live. Starting today, think about what you truly want.